Hey, it's Keith here, KG's Garage. Working on 2014 Odyssey. Once again, it is needs a lot of work, I think. Making a lot of noise. So it's making some kind of pump noise, pulley noise. The AC is not really working that well. We have to, when I say it's not working that well, if we turn off the rear AC, the AC doesn't work at all. So we have to have the rear AC running just to have the AC work. So this must, I don't know what's happening. I think maybe, I don't know if the expansion valve's bad or what. So there's an AC problem. Power steering pump is making a whole bunch of noise and it's leaking. And what else? Fans won't come on. So I have some stuff to change that. And there's a huge oil leak over by the VTEC thing, whatever this is called, the iVTEC. There's a little valve right down underneath here. There's oil just leaking out of there like crazy. So that's all the stuff I have to fix on it. I'm gonna do multiple videos because there's so many different things. So I'm gonna show you the parts, all the parts we have. Okay, R134, check. There's some oil, check. What is this for? Power steering fluid. And then so this was cheap. I don't remember how much it was, but it was cheap enough that I said I can replace it. The one in there is fine, but look how nice this one looks. I mean, I'm doing all this work. All it does is it just slides on there. It doesn't bolt or anything. And then this is for the power steering reservoir. And then I got the hoses for the power steering. 2 hoses. Oh, I guess I got the valve cover gasket. I guess I plan on doing that. Oh, this is for the AC. This is the high pressure switch or sensor. I don't even know what the heck this is. Oh, this is for the AC also. This is the orifice tube and something else, I guess. Some filter. Some sensor. Temp sender. There's a temp sender on the bottom of the radiator that I didn't change, so that's what that is. Oh, new belt tensioner. And here's power steering pump. And these are the expansion valves. There's 2 expansion valves. There is 2 different part numbers, yep. There's one in the back, and then there's one underneath the hood I gotta get. And there's something else in here. What is this guy? Oh, this is just all the different O-rings. So it's got a O-ring kit that I'll probably need. So I don't know what order I'm gonna do this in. I don't know if I want to make the car totally inoperable for a whole bunch of time, or just do one thing, fix it, drive it, and then do another thing, fix. I don't know if I want to do it that way, or if I want to just bang it all out at once. It's kind of me just throwing parts at it, but it has 170 something thousand miles on it, and none of this stuff has been done before. I mean, it has original AC. I don't know if how long ACs last, but I know the compressors make a lot of noise. So there you go, new compressor, new fans right here. I bought 2 new fans, original fans on there. I don't know if they're spinning. I don't know if they're spinning at what they're supposed to be spinning. So figure replace those while I'm doing everything else. And then inside here is the condenser. So I don't know, I might go with what gets rid of the most boxes. So I might do the AC. If I do the AC, I get rid of this, that. I'll do the fans at the same time, since all that will be apart. And then a bunch of, obviously a bunch of little stuff that's all around here. But all this stuff has to get done. This says valve cover gasket. I'm trying to figure out where the gasket is. I'm supposed to have the gasket for that VTEC thing. The whole valve cover gasket. So I thought I bought that gasket. That one of the big things was the oil leak. I don't know where the gasket is for that. I didn't see it. I don't know. I gotta look for it. If not, they're cheap. I'll just order another one. But I'm gonna start ripping into this car and start getting to work, tearing it out. Yeah, see. Look how nasty this looks. I can clean it or just throw it away and put the new one on there. And then you got the hoses. The hoses, I'm afraid the hoses, because when I take the belt off, you'll see, unless you want to take the hose off, you really move the belt a lot. And I'm afraid moving the belt back and forth, because you got to freaking move it out of the way. I'm afraid it's just going to break one day. So that's why I want to put new hoses on there. Give it, you know, another 100,000 miles of life, or we're in 2023, whatever, however many years, 10 years of life. Anyway, I'm gonna set up some lights, get ripping into this thing. Then I'm gonna do the fans first. I don't know what I should do first, but I'm gonna do the fans first. I took off this plastic piece here. All it is just those pop rivets, plastic pop rivets. I took the hood latch off. There's 3 bolts, 1, 2, 3. They're 10mm bolts. I'm gonna take these off. These 10s. One is for the condenser, and one's for the radiator. I'm hoping I can move. It'll just give me some play in the radiator and the condenser area here. And I gotta look at the other fans. I see two bolts each on top of the fans here. I don't know if there's bolts on the bottom either. I think might just be 2 bolts here, and then it slides in. If that's the case, all I need to do is just take these 2 off, and somehow that's why I'm trying to get all this loose. Somehow get the fans, lift them out this way. I mean, you see this crossbar is right in the way. I don't know if I can. There's not that much room from here and the engine. I don't know if they can come out that way. I think what has to happen is this one comes out. Take this one, move it over here. This one comes out. I don't know. I'll see. I remember looking at the all data. I think that's what you have to do. Take this one out first, lift it out of the way, get that, and then move this guy here, lift it out, and then do the opposite. So that's what I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to swap those out first. Then I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I might just start ripping into the power steering and see if I can get down to the AC. I gotta get that. Once I crack the AC lines off, I'll start messing around with everything else. Alright, well, let me just start ripping it apart. No sense in just sitting here looking at it. I'm gonna get to work. Okay, so here's the new ones. I don't know which one's which, but just like I thought, you have the 2 bolts on top, and then it just sits in the bottom. So it just mounts like this, and then the 2 on the top. So they're different sizes. This one's a lot heavier. Like I said, I don't know which one goes where. Oh, one is a black blade, one is white. Is that how this is on the... No. So the original ones are both white. I don't know what that means. The fins are different. So there's one... See how the fins... The high part is on this side to the right. The high part on this one is on the left. So do they spin different ways? One's blowing out, one's sucking the air in. I don't know. I thought they were supposed to suck the air in. Who knows? I don't know. I'm gonna pull the old ones out and see what they are, and then I'll figure out what the heck's going on here. Hopefully, I got the right ones. Kind of looks like they're the same fan on both sides, but I don't know. Let's just rip them out and see what happens. So I pulled these off. I got a little bit of play. See, my thing is this condenser's got to come out, so I'm replacing it. So I don't know if I just start ripping the AC part off now too. But this doesn't really move that much because this hose is on there. It's not that much flex in that hose. I got both fans out. I had to take the top radiator hose off so I can get more movement on this. Some fluid antifreeze obviously came out, so I'm gonna have to put some more antifreeze in. But I got the hose off, got the fans out, just like I thought. Take this one out, slide this one over. You have to slide this one over to about here and pull it out. They look the same as the other ones. So the higher part is on the right, and this higher part is on the left. So here we go. Old ones on the bottom, new ones on top. Let's see here. Okay. I don't know. No, that one spins a lot better. So this one I can feel is a lot more resistance. Oh, I wonder if I should take that plate off. I'm gonna unscrew that and put it on there. It looks like actually there's a provision there and there. So there is a provision for it. So I'll unscrew it. I'll take this plate off, put it on that one. Okay, first, take the big one. So, pull the radiator out, slide this in. It should be easier. Gravity should help me on this one. Okay, and slide it over. And then there's two holes down there that the fan has to go in. Looks like the transmission lines are kind of in the way down there. There's these transmission lines all the way down there. See the transmission line, and there's that bracket. I think it's hitting that bracket. So I'm just going to try to bend that bracket out of the way maybe. And it has to go in that hole right down there. So that's what I'm having trouble with, trying to get it in that hole down there. Let me see what I'm going to do. Got the other one in. I really had to push down on that right side to get it in there, and once again it kept popping out, so I pushed down and I got the screws in, so it's in there now. Now I'm putting the other one in. Same deal, just gotta put it in here, slide it in, get it on those holes down there. This one went right in. Yeah, it was those transmission, that bracket was in the way. So that's what the problem is. Alright, now I just got to put the two screws there. Well, that's it. That's how you do the fans on a 2014 and up. I don't know, maybe below. A little bit, maybe 12 or whatever. Honda Odyssey. I got more work to do on this, so keep watching and you'll see some more other stuff that's getting done on here. Okay, that's it. The fans are in. Plugged them all up. I'm going to be taking the condenser out, so I think I'm going to leave it loose. I need to put this hose back on. Ah, shoot. Oh well. I probably should, it would have been easier if I had this off to put this hose back on. And then I'm going to put the hood latch back. And I'm going to move on to something else. Quick tip on how to remove the belt on a 2014 Honda Odyssey. What I use is this big bar and a 14 millimeter. You put it down here on the tensioner pulley, if I can get it on there. I'm using a 6-point, so it's a little bit more difficult to get it on there. You want to get it on as far back this way so you can push it this way. So you push it towards the front of the car, or the back of the car actually. So I'm pushing the bar up. I should just take the belt right off. There we go. And then this, so now you need a lot of room for this thing to come back. You remember I started right about here. And now it's gonna keep going because there's no tension. And I took the power steering hose off, because if you do, the power steering hose goes right here and it cranks on the power steering hose. So now this is there. You can take this off. And you just take the belt off. It goes around the crank and blah blah blah. It goes around all this stuff. You're gonna have to. I can put a picture of how this is supposed to go on. But basically, the parts that are shiny that don't have grooves is the back side of the belt, and the part that has the grooves on the pulley has this part. So anyway, and then it just comes right off. And that's it. And that's it. That's how you do it. I'll show you how to put it back on. It's not as easy to put it back on, I can tell you that. But anyway, we're going to do a bunch of work on this car. I'll show you how to put that belt on. But now I'm putting the belt on. Hopefully I remember how it goes. But what you want to do is, the belt comes right off. I have this big long stick here, and you put it on the tensioner right there. That's the tensioner pulley. Right below there. I took the power steering pump reservoir off, and now you can just, when I put it on originally, it was like right about here. I asked how to move it that much, and the belt came off. Now when you have the belt off, it wants to go all the way over, so I want to give it as much play possible, so that's what I did there. And this hose is fine. So now I just have to put it back on. So it needs to go down all the way down at the crank pulley, all the way down there. Comes around, I think the AC. I don't know. I'll figure it out. The way you can tell is you have pulleys here, like this pulley right there. Can you see it? That one's smooth. So that's the back side of the belt. So the back side of the belt goes there. Parts with the grooves, obviously, the groove part goes on there. So I think there's 2 smooth ones. Yeah, there's another one down there. See the shiny? One's a tensioner and one's another pulley, idler pulley, I guess. So there's 2 shiny ones that are flat. You can see them. There you go. Right there. One's this adjustable pulley. Oops. And the other one's like an idle pulley, doesn't move. So that goes on the smooth side of the belt. Everything, all the pulleys that have a groove on it, the belt goes on the groove side. So I just have to figure that out. Get it around the crank is the first way. You want to end up with the pulley over here, and then just put it on over here. I didn't have to take this off to get the pulley, so this thing went in, so it doesn't go around that pulley. This goes down, goes around the crank. I think it goes, I don't know, I gotta figure it out. It goes around something else and comes back up. Anyway, I'm gonna work on that and I'll show you when it's done. All right, I got the belt on. I had to look up the diagram. Here it is right here. I got it on. You gotta follow the diagram or pay attention. It took me a little bit, but you can get your hand, if you have skinny hands, I guess, you can get your hand in here and get all the way around. See where my arm is, right in the front here? All the way around down to the crank. And you just follow that diagram. I put it on the power steering pulley last. But I did, just to get it going, put it on the power steering pulley, run it straight down here, it goes around the alternator, then it goes this way around the idle pulley, and then it goes around the AC, goes over to the crank, comes up and around. I don't know if you can tell, you probably really can't tell. Comes up and around the idler one, the adjustable one, loops around, and then it gets onto here. So this way it's not touching anything. And there you go, it's done. So hopefully this helps. It took me a little while to figure out where to put my arm. So I've done this belt before, but it's been a while. So I just had to remember. And maybe next time I will wear a glove, because I got filthy. And I cut my hand, or whatever. And then this bar here. Get one of these things. This thing works really well. It gives you a lot of leverage. Put a socket on it. The only problem is it's only indexed 4 spots, so it takes a little bit to get this thing in the right spot where you have enough movement. And you can see where I had it on here. I took power steering pump off, or reservoir off. This light doesn't help. And I had this thing was down as far as it can go. So now I just got to take this and put it back in here. It just pops off. There's a little tab right here. You pull this tab, lift this up. So the belt's done. And that's it. Then that's all you gotta do. So you can do this yourself. It's not that difficult. I don't know how much a dealer or shop charges for that. I mean, let's say even if it's 1 hour, you're probably at 100-something bucks. Plus they're gonna charge you a lot for the belt. The belt is, what does the belt cost? $20 maybe? So you can do it yourself. Yeah, I'm just cleaning it up. Okay, that's about it. Thanks for watching. If this video was helpful, please hit the like button. If you know somebody else working on one of these and has a problem, hit the share button, let them know about it. And if you want to see more repairs and stuff that's going on in my life and with cars and even with the house and stuff like that, go ahead and hit subscribe and then notifications if you want to get notified when I do put a new video up. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.